Connor McDavid's season-opening point streak comes to an end as the Dallas Stars take this one by a final of 4-1 at the American Airlines Center here in Dallas, Texas. The Oilers' overall record falls to 13-5 and 5-4 away from Rogers Place. Welcome to the Oilers TV live post-game show. I'm your host, Tony Barr. Thanks so much for making us a part of your evening. We're going to hear from Cody Ceci and head coach Dave Tippett in just a few moments. Stay tuned. Yeah, how do you assess your team's effort tonight?
Yeah, I thought 5-on-5 we didn't play that bad. A few too many penalties. They got the momentum with some goals on those penalties and changed the whole course of the game.
Your head coach has talked about chasing the game in the past and how that's been a little bit of a problem because you guys are allowing the first goal quite frequently here. What's the solution to that, Cody?
I thought we came out pretty good 5-on-5, and then we took a couple penalties and they scored on them and we got behind, and before we knew it, we were chasing the game again. So yeah, I mean we've played pretty good at home. I think we got to find a way to play a little better on the road.
There's been a lot of talk about your power play, rightfully so, but that's pretty good power play on the other end as well. Some good weapons there.
Yeah, for sure. They moved it around well. They have two pretty balanced power plays, and they showed it tonight. So we'll have to take a look at it, but we got to move on pretty quickly because we have another game tomorrow night.
Heading into this road trip, you're out with your number one defenseman in Darnell Nurse. Slater Cuckoo went down with injury. Duncan Keith goes down tonight. How much of a challenge was that for you guys?
It's definitely a challenge. I mean, those guys eat up pretty big minutes, but it also gives opportunities to some of the younger guys. Broberry's come up, and he's played really well for us so far, and he's a great skater, thinks the game well, and gets his shots through. So it's exciting for him, but it is tough for us to have those guys go missing.
I know those guys also have some experience, but a guy like Duncan Keith who brings that much NHL experience on the bench, what's the significance of losing a guy like that?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, he's always he always says the right thing. He's a hard worker for us, and yeah, he's been around a long time. So we lose that experience back there. It is tough, but like I said, it allows some of the young guys to step up and show us their stuff.
Can you maybe let us in on the contrast between chasing a game and maybe when you're up ahead or playing your guys' level?
Yeah, I think we play a little more confident when we have the lead, and we just play the right way, and we get our chances that way, opposed to when we're behind, maybe we're forcing it a little bit too much, turning pucks over, and before we know it, we're down even more. So yeah, I think when we get ahead early, we just play a little stronger, a little more confident.
First game of the road trip tonight. It's obviously a loss. Is it almost nice to kind of get back into game action tomorrow?
Yeah, I think we don't really want to think about this one too long. We have another game tomorrow night, chance to get right back at it. This one stings a little bit, but hopefully we just come out stronger tomorrow.
Thank you. If there are no other questions, this concludes Cody Ceci's media availability.
Dave, game one of your road trip, how did you assess your team's effort level tonight?
We started out the game fine, and we took a couple penalties, got behind, and chased the game the rest of the game.
How much did discipline play a factor in tonight's loss?
I don't think we deserved as many as we got.
Is it? Sorry, let me restart that. How do you balance perhaps not getting some of the calls that probably should have been called and then getting a little too many on your end? How do you make sure?
You try to kill them. That's the difference. We didn't kill them tonight. we've been getting some, there's some games that goes like that. When you're able to kill those penalties, you get it done. When we give up 2 power play goals, actually 3, one right at the end of it, you're chasing the game. Against a heavy team like that, they're going to play in front of the puck all night, and you get behind, it's hard to jump back in.
Do you have an update on Duncan Keith?
No, not yet. I haven't talked to him yet.
How much of a challenge is it when you're already out with your number 1 defenseman, you lose Cuckoo as well, and now you're losing a guy with that much NHL experience?
Well, the 3 guys that were on our left side defense last week are not here right now, so that's a challenge.
What did you think of Broberg's play, stepping into the...
Broberg's played fine. Yeah, he's played fine. He's got, tonight probably got more minutes than expected because of the injury, so he's been fine.
When you're coming off an opening road trip loss like that, it's almost nice to just get back into game action tomorrow night, not think about it.
Yeah, we got to jump right back in tomorrow night, without a doubt. We've got a tough turnaround here. We'll have to be ready tomorrow night.
Take one question on Zoom. Mark Spector, go ahead.
Yeah, 2 questions if I can. Dave, I know you're not probably in the mood to talk about it, but Connor McDavid's point streak ended tonight. Is it just a sign of how difficult it is to get a point every single night in this league in every game?
No, I mean, his accomplishment so far has been unbelievable. So, this streak's over and move on.
You did. It was just one of those nights where even for Connor and Leon, the puck wasn't staying flat for them. They couldn't get through the Dallas defense. Did you guys just not have enough, or did they just play a really strong defensive game on you?
They got the 2 power play goals in the first period, and that allows them just to make sure they're over top of everything, and it makes it harder on you.
Thank you. If there are no more questions, this concludes tonight's media availability.
Well, in the Big D, to start off, the Big 3 game road trip is where Edmonton is this evening, renewing that long-standing rivalry from back in the 90s into the early 2000s, where these 2 teams often met
Brady
in the...
for Fox. Round the boards, Klingberg turning and shooting, and that clanked off Skinner and maybe the outside of the net. Now Sagan tried to center, and beautiful coverage in front.
A lot of goals that both teams have done, especially in the last 10 games for each respectively. There's the play right in front, right there, that looks like it's going to be a tap-in, and just a real nice play by Chris Russell to be right there in the spot. Tyson Barrie had it for a sec.
Of course, the Oilers got 2 shorties in the playoffs in a Game 2 win over San Jose. Here's Hintz forking one toward the net. Easy save for Skinner. Rebound slid out, but held in by Klingberg. Shot, save, no, tipped home. Skinner thought he had it, but no. Dallas takes a 1-0 lead, power play goal. Time 10:59.
And Evan Bouchard got walked by Hintz there, and there was a nice little recovery. That puck was behind the net, and young Philip Broberg here has an opportunity to really mash that down the ice, and he just kind of puts it around. This is one of those lessons, a young defenseman right there. He thinks he has an opportunity to put it down the ice, but look at that. Kept in by Klingberg. He can walk the line with the best of them. And for Stuart Skinner, he sees this puck. He gets to the right side of the net, but it's tipped in front by Radulov right there on the doorstep, and takes a hard angle to the left of the net. No chance on that one for young Stuart Skinner. And the fact that this Dallas Stars team seems to be skating tonight.
McLeod won the face-off. Cassian did not initially get it out, and now Skinner tried to grab it. Could not. Quick shot, Hintz saves Skinner, and he's got it this time. Squeezing the 5-hole shot by Bouchard. Keith, Ryan, and Yamamoto, the other members of the penalty kill. Klingberg gets it back from Hintz. Hintz again, cross ice, shot, Robertson scores, 2-0. Well, we told you he was the runner-up for the Calder last year with 17 goals in an abbreviated season. That's his 4th.
Yeah, you know what? And just so you know, he was the fastest Dallas Star to 30 points to start a season of anybody in the history of the franchise. So that's the kind of season he had last year. Here's the too many men, though, and you're going to see right there the stop-up. Evan Bouchard tries to go back, but too many men on the ice. And some excellent movement here by the Dallas Stars in this power play. That little sell there by Klingberg on the wrister. He's so dangerous getting that puck through. Everybody bites on that one. That little fake right there, tic-tac-toe. Wide across to Robertson, and he zipped that one home for a 2-0 lead.
Heiskanen with a turnover there. Puljujarvi to McDavid. Walked in and then saw it sent out, and we've got a breakaway. Ruffle, denied! Stuart Skinner with the save that Edmonton desperately needed. Nugent Hopkins. Now, toward the end of the first period, Edmonton had a couple of extended shifts, but now a breakout for Dallas. Hintz already with a goal and assist. Shot Robertson, saves Skinner, and then he plowed right into the rookie goaltender. Right. Skinner's up. Broberg. Puljujarvi across. Cody Ceci, a shot, blockered. High in the air by Ottinger. Forthcoming. Stars 2 for 2 on the power play. And now Fogle looks to keep Dallas hitting in, and a huge shot by Zach Kassian.
Ruffle some feathers a bit, an aggressive forecheck, get the feet moving, and right here he tries to brace himself, and boom. Maybe the elbow came up a little bit, but as I mentioned before, he is 6'6", and I think he was just bracing there for that hit. I think that's just a good, clean, hard hit by Kassian. He took the worst of it.
Hammered down by Klingberg. Steadies himself. And you could hear maybe Draisaitl felt there should have been a call. Shot Puljujarvi, and that was blistered into the waiting leather of Jake Ottinger. And McDavid cleans up Sagan in the circle, but tossed up ice by Heiskanen, and maybe numbers for Dallas. Heiskanen tried to center tip. What a save by Stuart Skinner! A massive denial backdoor. And the Stars robbed of a chance to take a 3-0 lead. Instead, it's McDavid shot short side. Fought off by Ottinger a second time. McDavid has the puck. He dishes. Puljujarvi trying to sneak it through.
See McDavid's stride making those moves, and this is an excellent rush up the ice. Again, Heiskanen, defensive play, feeds it across. Perfect pass on the tape. Right there, little chip off the wall. Defense activates in Heiskanen, gets it across, and just a perfect little play. Raffle's been robbed a couple times by Skinner on the breakaway at the end of the first and that one, and then this is the first time we've seen the one down the other end that catches Ryan McLeod, but the third power play going to Dallas.
Klingberg quarterbacking. Skinner down and out. Stars trying to work at net front. One-timer save. Skinner got with the left pad. A backhander. And what a robbery by Chris Russell. The puck trapped underneath his midsection. And force him out for Edmonton on the PK. Now Hintz, Klingberg, one-timer Radulov, fought up by Skinner. Rebound Robertson, and he put it up on the plex. Derek Ryan is out there, so he's apparently ready to roll. Klingberg is able to poke it on, and now on the move is Gurianov. Behind the defense, backhander score! And just off a power play, Denis Gurianov able to take it in on Skinner and make it 3-0.
Skinner just slaps that one right out. A lot of pressure down low. You kill it off. You think you have some breathing room. And what a burst of speed by Gurianov to drive this one around the defender. He catches it in the neutral zone at full speed. No chance you're going to get flat-footed. You try and do anything right here. Just a little breakout. Looks like it's almost picked off, and he just pounces on that loose puck. Nice little fake of the forehand side to set Skinner, and then walks it to the backhand, tucks it 5-hole, and a quick little deke. Right here, bang, gets it out there, opens up the legs, and boom, it's 3-0 for Dallas as they capitalize on the power play once again. Not a typical power play goal, but it still counts.
Skinner made the save, and Draisaitl has McLeod with him. It's a 2-on-1. Leon Draisaitl to McLeod, shoots and scores! And Edmonton right back in the game! McLeod's third of the year, and it's 3-1 Dallas.
Well, you just knew this puck was coming over. The best passer in the National Hockey League has it on his tape on a clear-cut 2-and-1, and a terrific save at the other end again on a rush by Dallas as they tried to make it 4-0. And a little end-to-end action here after the third goal. It opens up a nice little chip off the wall to send this to Draisaitl. Gets his head up and a perfect pass across it. What I like about McLeod is he doesn't try and slam this. This puck's up on edge just a little bit. He corrals it, makes sure it's on his stick, and then elevates it in tight for a 3-1 game.
Nice shot Lindell, and that was blocked. Swallowed up by Russell. Lofted ahead. Here's Kassian breaking in. Put down. That was well played by Ryan Suter.
When they need to chip away.
Longest streak in the league to begin a year since Danny Heatley coming out of the lockout year, 05-06. Shot redirected home. Suter put it on net, and what a tip in front.
You just see it, Glenn Denning. In the slot, there was a couple Dallas Stars right down in the mix, but just a perfect wrister to an area, and you could see it smack the stick, change direction. This puck was going to miss the net. This was going to go wide of Stuart Skinner, in my opinion, the way it looked like it was coming on. Right there, that's about 3 feet wide. So as a goaltender, you see that puck coming, you're looking, it's It looks like it's going to go into the corner by Suter, but he's shooting for a stick. That's just good body positioning by Glendening, and the head up by Suter, looks up, sees where he is, puts it to an area, and that's why you work on those in practice, and that's just a perfect redirect. Dallas Stars in this one, they've been stingy, they've had great sticks, they've been physical. Listen, yeah, there's been a couple missed calls, sure, but they've played on that line.
It's a clear, he gets it. The streak and the game is over. Dallas 4, Edmonton 1.